Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about the Ito no Mi, aka the string fruit. Or you did a showcase of the fruit, so I'm going to give you my thoughts on it because I already seen the video, so I can't give you a raw reaction since I've seen it. So I'm just going to give you my opinion on it and what I think of the moves and how I think it's going to change the game. Well, before we get into that, if you could hit that like button, that subscribe button, that'd be greatly appreciated. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so the first move is going to be String Bullet, and honestly this move looks completely useless to me. It looks like the same thing on Hiei, the Ice Partisan, the Icicle move. So really, I think that's what they were going for. It works the exact same way. It doesn't guard break either, so there's that. I doubt it's AoE as well, so this move looks useless to me. It just looks like a regular projectile. Not much versatility on it. The next move is going to be Pentachromatic Strings, and this move is pretty average in my opinion. It looks cool, it looks really cool. Definitely I can see a lot of uses for it, obviously definitely in PvP because it guard breaks as well, and it's pretty fast. If it is AoE, that will make it even better for farming because you know that will help the farm people out a lot. But other than that, the move is pretty average, just your average guard breaking move on a fruit. Kind of reminds me of pre-patch Suna Cutlass, honestly. The next move is going to be Sky Strings, and honestly this is just Spider-Man. You're able to swing on strings. I wish they actually made the strings longer, like connect all the way like super high so you couldn't even see it, like all the way to the sky, kind of like how it is in the anime with Doflamingo, the way he swings. But the way it is perfectly fine. It's anime accurate. It's the closest we're gonna get, closest thing we're gonna get to Spider-Man as well, so I'm not complaining. The only thing I hope for is the cooldown is super low on this move so I can swing a lot. In PvP it could have a a longer cooldown, but in the main mode I just want to be able to swing like crazy. Just let me do it, please. The next move is going to be Overheat Whip, and this move is definitely one of the best moves on the entire fruit. This move looks amazing. It's guard breaks. It's decent speed. I won't say it's fast. I'll say it's average speed. But this move looks amazing visually. It looks good, like implementing it looks very versatile. So I'm really excited to use this move. Like super excited. Definitely one of my favorite moves on the fruit. The next move is going to be Parasitic Strings, and honestly, this move is a stun move, like it locks him in place, but it's a pretty quick. It's not anything long like here, how Ice is. It's just a pretty quick stun move. Definitely versatile, definitely in PvP, obviously, to combo extend. Other than that, PvE, really not much uses, I guess, on bosses, but other than that, I don't see this move being used that much. And the final move is going to be Birdcage. Now, I have mixed feelings about Birdcage. I'm happy the way it is, but I'm disappointed it isn't the way I thought it would be. So the way I thought it would be, obviously, is going to be the giant birdcage like it was in the anime, where it slowly comes in and then it collapses on him. But the one that we got, I'm not mad about it. I'm actually happy we got this one, because this is something I didn't expect, and it's completely different to what I was thinking it is, but it's still good. It's very similar, in my opinion, to how Suna's ult is. It's just a quick move that you just throw out, and then boom, it does a good amount of damage. Like in the video, I did like 137, pretty sure. So I'm pretty sure it works the exact same way as Suna's ult. The only thing that I'm worried about is the scaling. The scaling might be bad because it's literally unescapable. I don't know if you can PB it like Suna's ult, because Suna's ult you could PB, so that's the only problem with that one. So if you could PB Birdcage, then I'm not sure how I feel about that. But if you can't, and it's just like a trap move, like it's a guaranteed damage move, and that might be a little bit broken, but I would actually really enjoy it to be like that. Also in the video, Birdcage, he escaped with Light Lunge, even though Foyu said he's going to fix it. I just find that hilarious that he could just do that. So I think this fruit's actually going to excel in PvP like a lot. I really do think it's going to excel. The stun move, the Overheat Whip, the Pentachromatic Strings, those three moves in particular seem like they're PvP focused moves. They're not really PvE focused. So I think this fruit's going to do really well. There's going to be a lot of different combos. I'm excited to see the combo videos on it. The different combo extenders, the different builds they use. The only thing on this fruit that might hold it back is going to be the cooldowns, and that's typically how most fruits are. The cooldowns hold it back. So if the cooldowns are short on this fruit, it might actually be broken. If the cooldowns are short, it's broken, but if it's too long, then this fruit's going to be completely garbage, because to be honest, this doesn't seem like it's going to be a super high damage fruit, honestly. So I just hope the cooldowns are just about the same as like Hiei. Then I can see this fruit being super versatile and a lot. I'll see it a lot in PvP. And for PvE, this fruit, I don't really think this is a good PvE fruit at all. There's too many moves that look single hit, and the ult really isn't that good in my opinion for PvE. I mean, for bosses, this looks like a great fruit to farm bosses with. But other than that, I don't see this being like a good farming fruit. And lastly is going to be dungeons, and I really don't see this fruit being good for dungeons either. It doesn't have a fly move, so I don't really see this fruit being good in dungeons. Like, it's probably just gonna be like an average dungeon fruit. You just go in and you try to do your best. So once again, I don't think this fruit's gonna be amazing for dungeons. If you're in a team, it might be, but solo, I wouldn't recommend it. And lastly, I'm gonna talk about the rarity. I think this fruit actually is gonna be rare because, in my opinion, I think all the paramecias so far, in order for them to get to legendary, they need to do some super destructive things. Like for example, Gura and Zushi. How Zushi summons meteors and Gura summons 2 giant waves. Those fruits really can't be put in rare. They're just too destructive. Versus string, the destructive capability really isn't there. I don't really see anything here that's being super destructive. If Birdcage was the way that I thought it was with massive, then maybe, but right now I really don't think this fruit can be legendary. There's just really no way. It doesn't really deserve it in my opinion. Now, there are a couple moves that I'm surprised they didn't add to the fruit. There's 3 of them in particular, and one of them I'm actually disappointed they didn't add. So the first move is actually going to be the clone move, and I'm really surprised the clone move didn't make it into the game. I feel like this is something that they would have definitely made. Definitely a move that seems like it fits GPO. Also, there's already a clone in the game, which is the Hollow Fang Shadow move. So I'm really surprised they didn't add it. But they probably didn't add it because they probably didn't know how to implement the clone properly, like how it would attack for you. So maybe that's why they didn't add it, or they just didn't want to add it in general. It just wasn't on the list of moves, which is fine, honestly. I'm not really too mad this move didn't make it in the game. The next move that I'm surprised didn't make it, and this is the one I'm disappointed in, is the healing move. Now, I know a lot of people hate healing in GPO already. They hate Tori. They hate Tori uses how they heal and run away. But I think the reason people hate the healing on Tori is because the fact that you can heal while flying in the air and you can block while healing. So that's why on Tori it's a little bit annoying. But Doflamingo's healing, he has to heal with his hand, so he can't block. He's using one arm literally to do his healing. So I don't think it would make sense while healing with string fruit you would have to block. So it's kind of like a trade-off. You give up blocking and taking potential damage in order to heal. But they probably didn't add it, like I said, because it probably was on the list of moves. But I really wish it was on the fruit and they just made a little bit more balanced than Tori's healing. And the last move they didn't add is God Threads, and I'm super surprised this one didn't make it. It's where Doflamingo summons like 16 threads of string and attacks the opponent. It was like the last move he did on Luffy in the arc. And I'm really surprised they didn't use this. I'm actually surprised this one isn't the alt. I knew it was going to be between Birdcage and this one because those are the 2 most popular ones. But I guess Birdcage won in the end and they just decided to make that. And lastly, I'm going to talk about the scaling. Now, honestly, this is the part that's going to make or break the fruit. If the scaling is like equal to like Suna, then this fruit might be average. It might just be an average PvP fruit that people can do decent with. But if it has like scaling compared to like Mera or Goro, then maybe this fruit can excel. But if the scaling is whack, I really hope this fruit's good. I really do. String is one of my favorite fruits in the entire anime, so I really hope the damage is there so I can go in PvP and have a ton of fun with this, because the fruit looks amazing. I like the devs always deliver when it comes to how the fruit's moves look and how it plays, so they haven't really messed up on that in my opinion. But I just really hope it's not another Zushi or Gura where the cooldowns is just terrible or the scaling's terrible. I just really hope that's not the case. But yeah, that's my thoughts on string. Once again, I hope this fruit's good. Devs did an incredible job on it. If you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.